Hey y'all, welcome back to the Cockadoodle Crew channel. Just giving you a little bit of a look and an update at a little project we're working on this morning. Recognize this thing? Well, if you clicked on the title, then you probably already know what we're talking about, but yeah, these are trampoline parts, and this piece should be connected to the trampoline. The winter was rough on our kids' trampoline that we got from my uncle. It was very nice for him to give it to us after he was done using it. But the winter and our wide open spaces out here with no wind protection has been really rough on it. So these metal poles that hold up the safety netting around it, they bent in the wind and broke off, and they've been laying around. We got people coming this weekend, so we need to get this fixed up. Anyway, I have some pieces of top rail chain link fencing, and we're gonna work on that. So anyway, stay tuned.
Cockadoodle Crew! Cockadoodle Crew! Cockadoodle Crew!
Alright, so there was two of these support poles that had broken off over the winter. A couple of them are bent, but they're not all the way broken. And first step I did was to take this stuff apart and hang on to all the pieces. You can see this is the bottom piece that was connected to the leg of the trampoline with the two bolt holes. It snapped off right there, as you can tell. And this is the top of the same pole. So we're going to take these parts and we're going to save them because we're going to reuse them. Okay, so here's a full-size piece of chain link fence top rail, and I've got the small end on showing you here, but I want to show you this top part. This plastic actually fits right back on there. The other one, which I've already done one of these, I didn't keep the small end on the top rail. I cut it off here, and this piece would not quite fit on there, so I had to cut the bottom of the plastic off. This is a little better system here. You can just put it right on without cutting that piece. So anyway, use that. We'll drill a little hole and screw back in so it stays in place. This piece is 10 foot long, as I think they are when you get them from the home store, but we need a 9 foot height to get a matching height to the existing trampoline support poles. So we're gonna mark it at 9 feet and cut it. Okay, so my next step here is going to be to just set this pole up there, and I'm orienting the little kind of hook on that upper, plastic piece there to the outside. And now I'm just using a zip tie to kind of hold that up. I got a big drill bit here that I've already found is big enough for these bolts to go through. On the last one, I used the existing hole in this upper section. You just got to be kind of careful to line that up. The lower one won't matter as much. Alright, that's what happened last time too. It pops that zip tie off when you put some pressure on it. So now I'm just simply reusing the hardware that came with this. Got a washer, got a lock washer, dropping all the washers. And a nut. I'm wanting to get that pretty tight. Make that secure. Now I just want to line these up. I'm spacing these bolts way further apart than they were originally, so that we get more, we get a wider support on those two bolts. All right, just want to get somewhat of a straight shot through there. Another option on this is to leave this post at 10 foot and drive 1 foot of it into the ground. I thought about doing that, but it really is going to limit your ability to move the trampoline if you need to. With this system, you can still move it fairly easily. Although if you're like us, I've got ground anchors in the ground and these tie down straps holding the thing in place, so it's going to be a pain to move anyway. Well, that feels very solid. It's connected the upper part of the trampoline to the leg again, and it's got a full length support here. I already had the top rail on hand, so it didn't cost me anything. I'm gonna go up there and hook up the net to it, and then we just have the string around the bottom of the net to repair and re-thread back in there, but then this thing will be good to go again for springtime. So anyway, I just wanted to share this little bit of how this repair worked out, and I'm sure you've had a similar issue if you're in a windy place or if you had a problem with these support poles breaking. But Chainlink top rail post, one cut, a couple of holes, and you're back in business. So anyway, thanks for tuning in to the Cockadoodle Crew. Alright, we got a little bonus addition to this video. See this string here? That's the string that I'd use to lace the inner netting around, since the stock stuff we just cut apart when we moved the trampoline. So this was like a kite string, basically, something I had on hand at the time, and it is broken and failed and needs replaced. It's not all the way broken out, so I'm going to tie off the part that's still good. And then the next thing I'm going to use is this electric fencing, nylon and metal infused or woven in string here. Then I happen to have this on hand. So this looks like it's going to be way tougher and better for the job. The other thing I'm going to do is create a needle to thread through, and this needle is the end of a heavy-duty zip tie. So we're gonna try that. Try not to drill through my finger. I'm gonna have a problem with that. So let's go right here. It's a little hole in the metal made just for this purpose. Okay, looks a little small. It's a drill bit I already had out here. There we go, perfect. So now we've got a little needle and thread to go around and weave this safety netting back into place. When I was a kid, these trampolines didn't have a safety net. I suppose there's a reason they do. But anyway, we're gonna reinstall it, and looks like that's gonna work out nice for us. Let's see if it does. All right, guys, well, that worked out very good today. We got our new support poles up, got that safety netting woven back in with some nice strong plastic wire, and my little zip tie homemade needle and thread worked out great. So anyway, if you got problems with your trampoline, here's a couple ideas for you. We're just keeping you up with the latest little projects and updates here on our Cockadoodle Crew channel. So thanks for checking in, and we'll see if we can get the little curly girly to do some jumping on here and test it out. So stay tuned for that. We'll see if it works. What?
Out there in the heart that ate one.
Yeah, we gotta keep away from those hawks, don't we? They know you have chickens now.